The whole key, I just believe this now, 20 something years into following Christ. The whole key to a joy filled, spirit saturated Christian life is abiding in Christ. If you think of John 15 and you think of the real weight of those first 8 verses, that really the only way to produce any kind of fruit that's pleasing to the Father is by abiding in Christ. So the real question becomes, how do you do that? And so you know that there's the spiritual disciplines and there's church and there's all these other places. But man, I want you to just very briefly here talk about the concept of rule of life. Rule of life was, I think the first place we read about it is John Calvin. And the rule of life is just this idea that our lives should be ordered around abiding in the presence of God in Christ. And so that can look like annual events. So for my family, that's Advent and Lent, and then a vacation with my family every year, a retreat, if you will. And then there's monthly plans. So once a month, I'm going to get away just by myself and be with the Lord for a full day. And then there are weekly, that's going to church. I fast on Wednesday, breakfast and lunch, and then break that fast with my family that evening. And then that's down to daily with your time alone with the Lord. And then I would encourage you that at each of the transitions of your day, right before lunch, before a meeting, before you head home, as you sit in the driveway, before you walk in, to do something that orients your heart back to King Jesus. And that could be reading a prayer out of Valley of Vision. That could be just a second to kind of stop and remember what God has called you to. That could be a variety of things. I love Mike Cosper's new book on all of the disciplines here, Recapturing Wonder. And so would encourage you to grab that if you want a lot more detail around these things.